selection in seahorses is amazing, and I'm sure most of you will know that the males are the ones that have the babies, which is why I like them so much. So the male seahorse sits in the seaweeds minding his own business, and along comes the female. She spots him, she's like, oh yeah, quite like you. She comes over and they have a courtship dance. I'm Caroline Johnson. I work at the National Marine Aquarium in Plymouth. My job role is the school's programme coordinator, but basically I'm a science teacher. I write the programmes for the schools that come in, and I also work on a couple of European funded projects that are creating new resources to use in schools based on climate change in the oceans. From the tropical reefs to back here in Britain, we're preparing to go down to the south coast of Cornwall, where our dive team will be diving on Scylla, the sunken warship in 2004. They're going to be looking for the British coral, the pink sea fan. The FameLab Heat was being held at the National Marine Aquarium, and I popped into work that day just to see how things were going. I ended up entering. I chose a couple of my favourite subjects and went through the heat, and was fortunate enough to come out the other end as the finalist for Plymouth. Do sharks really think that surfers are seals? For many years now, sharks have thought to attack surfers because of a case of mistaken identity, thinking that the surfer is a seal or a turtle on the top of the water. But these are sophisticated animals with amazing senses. They can smell one drop of blood in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. I believe that science makes the world go round. From the clothes we wear, to the products we choose, to the cars we drive, it's all based around science. And without this understanding of science, how do we know we're making the right choices? So I think science is very important. I think we need to communicate what we know to the general public, and therefore we can make our choices better. How come the clownfish aren't getting stung? Well, if you remember in Finding Nemo, Marlin told Nemo every morning before he went to school to brush. And it wasn't brush his teeth, it was brush his body, because anemones cover themselves in a mucus, a snot. They basically cover themselves in this stuff so they can recognise their own body and won't sting themselves. Clownfish are clever. There's none of this 3-second memory malarkey, that's a load of rubbish. They swim into the anemone, brush themselves in an anemone's snot, and therefore the anemone thinks it's part of his own body and won't sting him.